Racing Pigeon Wound Care Guide. Understanding pigeon wounds. Racing pigeons commonly experience injuries during training, racing, or from predator attacks. Common wounds include skin tears and lacerations, puncture wounds, abrasions, wing or leg injuries with associated skin damage. Early treatment is crucial as pigeons are susceptible to infection, and their high metabolism means they can deteriorate quickly if wounds become infected. When to treat at home versus when to see an avian vet. Treat at home when the wound is superficial. Bleeding is minimal and stops quickly. The pigeon is alert and otherwise healthy. The wound is clean with no signs of infection. See an avian vet when the wound is deep or extensive. There is significant bleeding that doesn't stop. The wound involves a joint or wing. You see signs of infection, swelling, discoloration, pus. The pigeon shows signs of illness, lethargy, not eating. The wound is near the eyes or involves sensitive areas. Supplies needed for wound care. TCP antiseptic. Thomas Pettifer green oils. Clean cotton wool or gauze pads. Sterile saline solution. Small scissors, to trim feathers if necessary. Clean towel for restraining the bird. Disposable gloves. Good lighting. Assistant, if possible. Step-by-step wound cleaning with TCP. Preparation. Wash your hands thoroughly and put on gloves. Have all supplies within reach. Find a quiet, well-lit area to work. Have someone help hold the pigeon if possible. Restraining your pigeon. Wrap the pigeon gently in a clean towel, exposing only the injured area. Hold the pigeon firmly but gently to prevent struggling. Speak softly to reduce stress. Assessing the wound. Carefully examine the extent of the injury. Trim feathers around the wound if necessary using small scissors. Note any debris, dirt, or foreign objects. Initial cleaning. Flush the wound gently with sterile saline solution to remove larger debris. Pat the surrounding area dry with clean gauze. TCP application. Dilute TCP antiseptic according to instructions, typically 1 part TCP to 10 parts water using clean cotton wool or gauze, gently clean from the center of the wound outward. Never wipe back and forth as this can spread bacteria into the wound. Allow the wound to air dry for 1 to 2 minutes. For deeper cleaning. For stubborn debris, soak the area with diluted TCP for a few minutes. Gently remove loosened debris with clean gauze. Avoid scrubbing, which can damage healing tissue. Applying Thomas Pettifer green oils. Preparation. Ensure the wound is clean and dry before applying the oil. Have the Thomas Pettifer green oils ready. Application method. Apply a small amount of the oil directly to the wound. Use a clean cotton swab or your gloved finger. Apply a thin, even layer covering the entire wound surface. Avoid excessive application which can delay healing. Coverage area. Extend application slightly beyond the wound edges. This creates a protective barrier against environmental contaminants. Frequency. Apply twice daily, morning and evening, for optimal results. Continue application until the wound is fully healed. Post-treatment care. Housing considerations. Place the injured pigeon in a clean, quiet recovery space. Use paper towels or clean newspaper as bedding that can be changed frequently. Ensure the loft is well ventilated but draft-free. Monitoring the wound. Check the wound twice daily for signs of healing, reduced redness, wound closure, signs of infection, increased redness, swelling, discharge, the pigeon's behavior and appetite. Follow-up treatments. Clean the wound and reapply TCP and Thomas Pettifer green oils twice daily. Continue treatment until the wound is completely healed. Gradually decrease frequency as healing progresses. Nutrition during recovery. Provide high-quality feed rich in protein to support tissue repair. Ensure fresh water is always available. Consider adding vitamins, particularly vitamin A and E, to support skin healing. Common complications and solutions. Infection. Signs: increased redness, swelling, heat, pus, foul smell. Action: consult an avian vet, as antibiotics may be necessary. Delayed healing. Signs: wound remains the same size or enlarges after several days. Action: reassess cleaning technique, consider veterinary consultation. Excessive picking. Signs: pigeon picks at the wound, preventing healing. Action: consider an Elizabethan collar or bitter apple spray around, not on, the wound. Feather regrowth issues. Signs: feathers not regrowing in the healed area. Action: be patient, as feathers typically return after the next molt. Prevention of future injuries. Loft management. Remove sharp edges or protruding nails in the loft. Provide appropriate perch sizes and spacing. Ensure adequate space per bird to reduce fighting. Predator protection. Secure lofts against predators like hawks and cats. Use hardware cloth rather than chicken wire for better protection. Training considerations. Gradually increase training distances to build strength and experience. Avoid releasing birds in poor weather conditions. Regular health checks. Perform weekly handling and examination of each bird. Early detection of small injuries prevents more serious problems. Understanding TCP and Thomas Pettifer green oils. TCP antiseptic. Contains antiseptic ingredients that kill bacteria. Effectively cleans wounds without excessive tissue damage. Should always be diluted for use on pigeons. Works by disrupting bacterial cell membranes. Thomas Pettifer green oils. Traditional remedy with natural antiseptic properties. Creates a protective barrier over the wound. Promotes natural healing processes. Contains ingredients that may deter birds from picking at wounds. If you have any specific questions about particular wound scenarios or complications you're facing with your racing pigeons, I'd be happy to provide more targeted advice.
There are many reasons to buy my racing pigeon method. Here are some of the best reasons. You will get excellent results. It's a very simple system to use. It's affordable. I have had over 400 first prize winners. It's adaptable to any situation. You can use it with any racing method, natural, widowhood, young birds. It's a very effective method. There is no need to spend a lot of money on fancy pigeon products. It's a reliable system and it is foolproof to use. Professional athletes, race horses, take the same products. There is science behind this, not just hearsay. It is all to do with red blood cells and oxygen in the blood. Without that, a pigeon will not race well, or an athlete will not win a race. If he has low oxygen in his blood, the above is fact and is 100% science. There are a few things you can do to improve your chances of winning at racing pigeons. One of the most important things is to learn as much as you can about the sport. You'll need to know the different types of pigeons, how to train them, and how to race them. Another key factor is practice. You'll need to be able to fly your pigeons competently in order to win races. And, of course, you'll need to have the funds to invest in racing pigeons and other racing equipment.